say goodbye, no.
Hey everyone, it's Imagine, and welcome back to World of Tanks. Today, for you, I'm going to be showing you a replay of one of my favorite battles so far that I've had in one of the double-barreled tanks that have been released in-game. It is none other, the Object 703 version 2. Double-barrel tanks are just so much fun. I love them. It's something unique and it's something different that is in the game. So here I play a little bit aggressive, and I'm trying to hide my hull as my main goal right now. And typically with this tank, it's definitely getting used to compared to the IS-22. Now I do have all the double barrels, which is obviously this one, the IS-22, the IS-32, and then the big tier 10, the ST2. I think the main thing that was that took me from getting used to this tank from the IS-22 was just the biggest differences, such as compared to the IS-22, the 703 does have a lot more armor, and it's got a lot more alpha damage, just like the tier 9, just like the IS-32 has. It definitely took to getting used to. It is definitely a lot more sluggish. A lot like the ST2. I think these are definitely the most sluggish tanks. The ST2, I believe, is the most sluggish, even more so than this tank. But one thing I didn't like about it, obviously, is the speed and the traverse, and the fact that I don't have nearly as many rounds per minute, and I really like that in the IS-22 because I can just fire in 7 seconds, and I really did like that part, and it definitely took some getting used to. Also, the salvo preparation on this tank is like 3 seconds, where my IS-22, my IS-32, and my ST2 it's all less than 2 seconds, and that definitely took to getting used to as well, and plus training the crew and stuff. So it definitely is a different playstyle. I have to play it more like the tier 9, just not as aggressive. Another thing I don't like about the 703 that the other double barrels do have, because this is the only premium double barrel that there is that the 703 doesn't have very much gun depression, and so it makes it hard to get into positions. Like, especially for this map, I would have much more preferred the IS-22, and it definitely wasn't necessarily something that I enjoyed at first. It took to getting used to, but I did fire a HE salvo there, which I think was the correct decision, but I do make quite a few mistakes, and just poking over like that definitely was one of them, and losing half my hit points. And luckily, in the end, it pays off, but at the same time, I want to try to save as many hit points as I can in case if I need them in situations like this, especially. I was wanting to salvo that 703 with high explosive rounds, because if I used gold, I don't think it would have penned, and I would have had to play a lot more aggressive. So that's why. And then I saw that M6, and I knew I wasn't going to pen him either with gold, at least not very easily from the front, because that M6A2 E1 has a lot of front armor. But it turns out it did pay off, and I do get a lot of luck here, and I do get some bad RNG, as you've already seen some of that. And here I get very, very, very lucky just as I pull around the corner here. Watch this. There's a T-30. Oh, what a lucky bounce. And I managed to pen both shells managed to pen his front there with the salvo. My salvo did pen. I honestly didn't think that it would, because he was at an angle, but I forgot that the T-30, the T-34, the T-29 all have weak hulls, so that's the only reason it did pen. I didn't think it was gonna, but I'm glad it did. And we were able to take off 800 hit points from him. And then I decided just to take the shot there, because we are outnumbered at the moment. And my WZ and my platoon mate helped carry me through this. Unfortunately, my platoon mate did end up dying there right as I got my second kill. And these are really fun tanks. If you guys don't have them, you need to get them. They are so much fun to play. It's something different, it's something unique, and I think everyone should try them out. they are definitely worth it. The best tank, or the best double-barreled in my opinion, would be the Tier 9, would be the IS-32, because it's got everything like the ST2 has. It's got the alpha damage like it has as well. It's got somewhat decent armor, and it has great gun depression, which all of them except for this tank have, except for the 703. But like I said, it's got the best maneuverability as well compared to even the IS-22. It doesn't beat the IS-22 in maneuverability. You think that it would, but it actually doesn't. So in my opinion, the IS-32 is the best one for its tier, and it's definitely one of the best Tier 9 heavy tanks, I believe, from what I've seen. And it is fun to, like I said, all of them are fun to play. I love them, and there was definitely, these Tier 9s definitely made it more difficult to play this match, and I decided now is a good time to flank around, because that other tank destroyer that is with me, it's just me and him, and there's no point in me staying up here. I've done my work, and I need to go help and try to secure the cap area. The enemy was capping for a while, as you did see that, but this here I think is what changed the outcome of the battle. And I believe it was the correct decision, was me flanking here, and it does end up paying off, as I said. Obviously, I haven't mastered any of these double-barreled yet, because my frames and stuff is low, as you guys can see. And my graphics aren't good at all. These are actually Dratz's graphics when he was screen recorded this for me. Thank you again, Dratz, I do appreciate it. And it's just better quality for you guys, and it's a little bit easier for me to make these videos. So make sure you guys go subscribe to Dratz if you haven't already. But like I said, these tanks are fun. In my opinion, they're kind of overpowered, especially the 703 at its tier, where the alpha damage on the IS-22 is only 300, and on this one it's 390. And if you get a high roll when you fire a salvo in this thing, you can do up to 900. I've seen it do 900 damage. I've never seen it quite do 1,000 yet, but the Tier 10 will definitely do 1,000 if it high rolls. The Tier 9, it gets pretty close. It's the same. The alpha damage on the Tier 9 is the same as it is on the 703. And then the regular tech tree double-barreled, it's low for only being 300, but at the same time, that rate of fire when you have a 7.5 7-second reload, it really does pay off. And I can quickly just fire all those rounds and scare the enemy away, keep them from pushing. This tank, it's a little bit harder to do that, because once they fire, they know that you have a longer reload, and that's something that I've definitely noticed in this tank. But I decided to move up here, and what a lucky shot I get there. Very, very lucky. And for a second, I do show my front of my glacial plate here for a little bit. Right there, as you can see, I didn't notice that there was a hole there. And I just now saw that there was, so I decided to side scrape, and I do manage to clear him for my 4th kill. But that definitely paid off. Thanks to the WZ, and thanks to my other fellow tank destroyers and my platoon mate, they were able to hold them long enough for me to come down here and to help support. At this point, the artillery is pretty frustrated with me. They've been blowing shots at me for quite some time, so I do have to be careful. But here, I want to try to fire a salvo, and it actually works out great, because I did not think either of these shells were going to hit. Just look at this. Look at this. Okay, mate. Okay, never mind. It's here, and okay, now I'm going to do it pretty soon here, I think. So yeah, like I said, I still have to be careful because of the enemy artillery. They do almost get me a few times. Look at that. I do get stunned there from him. And one of my teammates is going there on the right flank where the mediums go to see if he can find that artillery and clear him out, because he is definitely a problem at the moment. Yeah, the salvo's not quite yet. I don't know what I was thinking, but artillery takes another blind shot there, and so I decide to move. I try to move in not kind of obvious spots, because usually the artillery is going to think that you're just hiding in a complex spot where they can't get you, so I'm trying to see if I can outsmart them, and for now it works. But I was very lucky that the fact that the artillery haven't gotten me and they took 4 shots and they only did like 200 damage to me is very, very lucky. He could have taken me out in 1 shot if he hit me directly, and I'm glad he didn't, because I don't think we would have won the game. But now I think it's yep, now's the salvo. Boom! There it is. I love that sound. Love it. And very, very lucky shot there. That brought that guy down pretty low, and one of my allies is able to take him out. And the artillery, since I was spotted when I fired that salvo, the artillery tried getting me, but again, luck is on my side, and it's going to continue that way here in just a sec. Watch this. Lucky, lucky, lucky bounce. He must have hit my upper hull, because if he hit my front bottom plate, he would have killed me. And so I get very, very lucky. So now I'm going to decide to push the Scorpion, since it's just him and the artillery left. My other friend did take care of the artillery. So now I'm going to try to chase down and find that Scorpion and to clear him. I do have to be careful because I am a one-shot, and I believe he is as well from when we last saw him. So I thought he was going to be at the very right here down the corner by our spawn, but it turns out he's actually on our left here, and there he is. And I do manage to quickly auto-aim and snapshot him for my 5th kill. And I was really proud of this. I was really happy with the way that this replay ended. And it definitely seemed to pay off. So I'm really, really glad about that. And here are the battle results. So first class and a bunch of other great badges. Made a good profit on this battle too. Did get 2nd in damage. And once again, that WZ did carry me, and I made a good profit. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty grateful for the way that this ended. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. Let me know what you guys think about the double barrel tanks down below. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later.